How you doing, people? We're back at it. It's Monday morning. Obviously, there's a world, let's call it a pandemic at this point, okay? Coronavirus. Do I have coronavirus? How do I know? Well, you won't know till you go to a doctor if you do. But I wanted to cover this. This is something that's pretty serious. It's a virus. The problem with a virus, it has to run its course naturally. It just does. There is nobody immune to a virus. If you come in contact with it, you will have coronavirus. Symptoms. Let's talk about that. Low grade to a medium grade fever. Hard time breathing. Congestion. Pneumonia. The people that are dying of pneumonia, not the virus. The headache, that kind of thing. I take this very serious. As a lot of you know, I was a combat medic in the military and Army. And what do I do about that? Well, here's what you do. If you're wearing a face mask thinking that's going to stop you from getting that virus, you're wrong. That isn't going to. If you know that you've got it or you think you have it, wear a face mask. Because if you're coughing and you're amongst public, you have a chance of giving that to them. Let's knock it down, folks. I'm not talking just to U.S. I'm talking the whole world. All of you, just calm down about this. This is not that big a deal. Yeah, it is in its own right, but this isn't. It's Ironhorse thinks it's being blown out of proportion, okay? And there's reasons for that. And I'm not going to get into that here because that ain't what we're about. But I will tell you, it can become serious for those that are old, weakened, already have an existing condition. The very, very young, this is the people that are most susceptible. Yeah, avoid large crowds. Let's contain this. Let's level our heads a whole bunch, not run around, and then you got one whack, yeah. What's the duck doing here? I don't know. It must be he's got coronavirus, right? Yeah, okay. It's nothing, but it's everything. Just, they're closing the schools here for 3 weeks. I hear other places in the country, they're doing the same thing. They're looking at possibly travel bans, stuff. The whole world has been through way, way worse than this. It's just our generations aren't used to this. So we are overreacting. Let's accept it. Let it run its course. Closing borders isn't going to stop it. It's too late for that. No, the Chinese didn't cause it. Might have evolved in China. There's a high population area there. Okay?
The odds are pretty good. It starts there, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's it. You know, they're kind of looking at that. So let's not be them people that jump to conclusions. Oh my God, we're gonna die. No, you probably aren't. That's your symptoms. Went to the store the other day. We live in small farming communities. You know, we're just little. I can't imagine what the cities would be like because of people's overreacting to stuff. What is the deal with the toilet paper? It doesn't affect that end.
Well, not I heard.
What's the deal with that?
What do you guys think?
I know what the deal is. If there was ever a worldwide major problem, this is merely a test. You're going to run out and get your toilet paper first. You know, hoarding is always, from the beginning of time, been a problem. Most people don't have only a week's worth of food in their house at best. We're not them. Yeah, we're not them. That's not us. We're country living. We do gardens. We do canning. You know, we preserve our food. We stock up. It's just the way it is. And it's It's a culture change, is what it is. And we have many cultures throughout the world. The degree varies on what is acceptable. Well, what isn't acceptable is blaming it on the moon. Overreacting does nobody any good. Being in a panic is not going to do you any good. This is nothing. It's going to blow over compared to what we've dealt with in the past, let's say 200 years. Look through history and imagine what them people dealt with during any major catastrophes, all the way back to Krakatoa. That makes this, it's a matter of perspective. It makes this lesser, doesn't it? But the toilet paper, come on. You really, really seriously think that's your most important item? What in the world are you doing? You leave it to a farmer to solve the toilet paper problem. Just leave it to a farmer. He's a poor man. He's gonna figure it out. I'm gonna show you something we seen on Facebook, and this is just making light of a bad situation, guys, because we need to do that. Yeah, he planted it. He's gonna get himself a charming farming crop in 3 weeks.
They're sprouting.
It's sprouting. I thought that was hilarious. I really did. Do you realize toilet paper is really just a kind of a new thing, as far as chronological humanity of the planet? Yeah. The Indians, they had it figured out. The ones in our region, they like small, light, thin, tufted grass. They dry it, and each person would provide either for the family or for themselves, and that's what they use. It worked out really for them quite well. We have alternatives. If you run out of toilet paper, what are you going to do? Yeah, what are you going to do? Well, you got solutions. Any of you ever grow up as a young child and use your grandpa's outhouse? That pile of magazines there in the corner? You think they were for reading, right? I remember going to my grandparents up on the farm. They first had an outhouse. I was a little kid. Well, no toilet paper in it. They did keep toilet paper in there, but if there wasn't none, you ripped a page out of the Sears Roebuck catalog or whatever. You know what you learn, though? You want the coarser paper, that real smooth picture paper, so the color comes through. That don't work. It doesn't. You can use $1. Just don't use 3/4, 2 dimes, and a nickel. That's
more for scraping, I think.
Yeah. Now look, those of you that had grandparents or parents who went through the Great Depression, they learned to conserve. They didn't get in a panic. I'm sure at first they did. They made use of everything. We're a wasteful society. I'm gonna tell you that. We are. Like, every one of you, right now you're thinking, well, gee, I know a lot of you thinking privately, I got 6 rolls of toilet paper left. I wonder how this is going to last. Oh, don't worry, honey, we'll use paper towels. Yeah, rip them in half, works. Yeah, okay, when they run out, what are you going to do? Yeah, well, okay, Sears Roebuck, they've used a lot of interesting things in the past. And children were used to that back then. I remember them talking about the fact that they just used an old corn cob. Imagine trying to explain to your kids, no, don't insert it, rub it across. You know what I mean?
Don't go out in the yard and grab your white cat and make it a tiger striped cat, okay?
Yeah, don't do that. No cats. Don't. They're self-cleaning. They're soft and absorbent. Think about that.
We got plenty of
yeah, gee, we got options.
Porcupines don't work either.
Bread. What is the deal with going into the store right now in a small country community, and with several stores, they're all saying, shelves are bare. 1 can of bet peas rolling down the aisle.
And somebody chasing.
Yeah, then there's a fight over it. What are you going to do with all that bread? Do you know that's not going to last that long? You're making toilet paper sandwiches? Is that what you're doing? Toilet paper sandwiches? I have an idea. I have opinions. Because I'm old, I can do that. Maybe we should about once a month do the world according to Ironhorse instead of just stories. What do you think? Yeah. This is one of them world according to Ironhorse kind of moments. Relax, take it easy. This is going to go, it's going to go away. It's going to blow over. Quit overreacting. Oh, come on. I know my people ain't overreacting. I know it. I know darn well you guys ain't. Because you're level headed. You're not going to friggin' worry about it when the sky's falling. You know what I mean? It's not falling. We just got a few cracks in it. A virus will run its course. It will. It'll die down. This coronavirus is not something new, people. It is not. It has been around a very, very long time. It just happened to crop forward. We just have to deal with it the best we can. Be kind to people. Share. If you got a lot of something because you made a real big run and bought 3 cartloads of one thing, and your neighbor's got something else, the barter system works. I'm sorry, it does here. Those of you who live in the city, however you do things, just continue to do them. It's got to work. There's nothing I can say about that. We're building saws pretty steady. I haven't in a few days because I got some extra work. I got it done. Man needs to make a living. We did get something here I want to show you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there he is.
The old mascot.
Got my mascot. We got 3 of them in here. We got a brand new piston in the mail for the Honda CR500. It's a Wassner. They're made in Germany. They're very, very high quality. As you know, we've polished the combustion chamber. Well, you know, they know too. They polished the whole top of that piston. Look at the quality. You do not. As far as I know, this is the only manufacturer that does that much machining on the inside of a piston. That is absolutely amazing. It really is. Interestingly enough,
Almost ashamed to put it in a bike. And
I know
get
it's
dirty.
too dark. Why is all the really beautiful stuff got to go on the inside of a
Just
motor?
make clear cylinders, that way you can look at the
Yeah,
piston.
we need freaking clear cylinders. There's a lot of you young fellers out there can really do something like that. One that junior class grade, I had more fun. I got a feeling they're going to have us back.
They're good kids.
Good kids. I believe in our young. I do. I think we have a future. There was a time in my life a few years ago I was really doubting it. Thanks to YouTube, getting to know other people like I'm beginning to know you guys. And being amongst younger people, even on YouTube, and listening to them. I talked to a young gentleman today on the phone. Really, he's 32. Nice conversation. Born in 87, believe that. 61, 71, 81. Wow, I was old when he was
Sure
a
you
baby.
want to be counting?
I don't want to count
Come on
nothing
now.
no more. I just don't want to count
You're
nothing
only
no
old
more.
if you feel like it, right?
Yeah, it is what it is. Colin's got the day off today. It's a well-deserved day.
Playing hooky.
He playing hooky. Well, guess what? Are you getting paid for playing hooky?
Not today,
You're not getting paid for playing
Guess we
hooky.
better get something done, huh?
We got to get something done, people, so I'm not going to keep it very long. But I do want to mention how the junior class, their heavy equipment class, the teachers were wonderful. Dozer Dennis, good man. You got a good staff there. That's good staff. I really enjoyed them. Talking to the kids afterwards, they had a lot of questions. I was really happy to see that. We will be doing more of that kind of thing.
Even the kids like story time with Uncle Harv.
Yeah, the kids like, the first time I told the story on YouTube, I was like, what am I doing? I can't believe I'm this stupid. What am I doing? Who is going to want to listen to this dribble? You. If you like it, I'm going to do it. What do you think about the world according to Ironhorse? Yeah, we got to stay away from religion, politics, military, gender, all this stuff. Well, that's not very hard for me, and I'll tell you why, because I don't like getting in the middle of none of them friggin' conversations anyway. But I see the light at the end of the tunnel on a lot of stuff, and sometimes I just look and like, what is going on with these people? What are they thinking? Why are things happening this way? And it's not a reference to anything in particular. It's just, I grew up in a different world, apparently. Well, guess what? I love my little world. And I'm willing to share that with you. And you guys know that, and I love you. I really do. It's enjoyable. It really is. Okay, we're going to cut this short. Oh, I was going to tell you something about toilet paper. People that grew up during the Depression, our grandparents, it was my grandparents, my mother and dad, you know, they were little then. They conserved. Well, you got options. I'll tell you how to conserve toilet paper. You're only using one side.
Yeah, you know.
Use the other side too.
Yeah, it's got two for a reason.
I mean, come on. You'd always wash your hands. It's recommended right now you do that anyway.
There you go.
I mean, use the other side of your toilet paper. Okay, I got to get to work. We got saws to build, saws to ship out. Luke, you're going to be seeing yours on video shortly. Robert, I want to get your saws back to you. It's the time of year you guys need your saws. We have been a few days without putting some videos up. No big deal. At the same time, I got busier and crap. We got satellite internet. Hopefully for not too long. They're putting fiber optic lines as well, supposedly, and by May we're supposed to have it, I think. So we won't have data problems. We get data problems periodically. Well, at the same time you do that, and you got a device on that's when your data is like drastically ridiculous, and it takes 24 hours to load a video, and you got something in the background downloading and you didn't know it for days, trying to do an update. You ain't doing nothing. So anytime that happens, just bear with it. We'll get the videos back up. It does give us a chance to make videos and can them, edit them, and put them up. And we're going to be doing more of that. Now we will be doing more cutting videos. It depends on how long mud season lasts. We got a lot of way cool things that I want to cover with you guys, including the saw builds, because you're interested and I like doing it. Okay, that's it for now. Goodbye.